Hello, San Diego and beyond. We're here to share all the treasures that we've got. There's a pirate in the master's chair, ready to pilot us on this magical affair.
Sam's Diego Show on 107.9 The Mountain.
Where's the studio audience? You ready? Yes, lots of energy. Everybody, whoop, hello.
Sorry about that,
volume there. Are we good?
Yeah.
All right, we're good. We're monkeying around with the volumes on the earphones. Tony, welcome. Tony's, is it Suraci?
Yes.
All right, give him a round of applause. Now, thanks to you, we get to have in the house Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, Chris Christopherson, known as the Highwayman, who was a super group back in, what was the years that they did released a couple CDs?
Late 70s and 80s.
So what inspired you? When did you realize you can actually pull off the voices, yet in your own unique way make it your own? Because your stage presence is phenomenal.
Thank you.
Know, and you command the presence of an entire audience who are, half of them have their mouths dropped to the floor because they can't believe that that's really you singing all those voices.
Yeah.
And then the other half are step dancing. You know, they're twirling around on the dance floor and you
Right.
get everybody grooving. So at what age did you discover you had this talent?
Oh, well, I was maybe 7, 8 years old when I was imitating John Travolta in Welcome Back, Kotter.
Oh, can you give us a little bit of that?
Sandy. Oh, no, that's Grease.
That's Grease.
I
That's
did Grease
fine.
too.
That's fine.
What did he do? Oh, Mr. Kotter. Wood. That's what I used to do all the time. All my friends would say, do Johnny.
You could sing the song too, right?
Oh yeah. Welcome back.
Wow.
Your dreams were your ticket out. Anyway.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, so you know, I've been acting longer than I've been singing. You know, I don't even consider myself a singer really. I'm an actor. I'm emulating these voices. You know.
Can we get a taste, because I know people are salivating right now, can we get a taste of Willie Nelson, since we were just talking about him before we, go on to anything else?
Sure. Do you want a full song?
Of course, that's what we're here for. Now, kiss that mic, though.
And you want Willie Nelson? Well, we got to hear the guitar, too. So
yeah, that's what, you get to have this one.
Got it. So literally kiss it? No, just...
Yeah. Won't recommend that.
All right, so... Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. And maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. If I made you feel second best, girl, I'm sorry I was blind. But you were always on my mind. Yeah, you were always on my mind. Maybe I didn't hold you all those lonely, lonely times. But I guess I have never told you I'm so happy that you're mine. I should have said and done, but I just never took the time. But you were always on my mind. that your sweet love hasn't died. And give me one more chance to keep you satisfied. I'll keep you satisfied. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Always on my mind.
Oh, man. You know what? Speechless. Holy smokes, man.
Thanks.
My only problem is that I know that people tuning in right now, from all over the world, we've got people tuning in as far away as Australia, and they're not going to believe that we just slide in a Willie Nelson CD. Can we get another round of applause? That was phenomenal. Holy smokes. But from what I've seen on what you do, though, this is Tony Suraci right up there on stage with his band, you know, channeling the vibe, the energy, the love of that music, all because for whatever cosmic reason you were gifted with a voice box that can channel many voices and many artists, but yet you have to inject your own spirit into it, otherwise the crowd picks up on it and it kind of just, you know, all right, fine, he sounds like him, but if you don't have the spirit behind it, if you don't put your own into it somehow to bring it to life, it's not going anywhere. One of the cool things about your persona is that you're yourself. You know, one of the cool things I love in the video that I put up on Facebook was, and I'm gonna make you guys do some Johnny Cash hopefully next, so you guys can both jam together or something. But when you say shot a man in Reno, you turn around with your guitar, you actually shoot a guy on stage, and he falls, like, as if the bullet came out of your guitar, and then and then some of the other members of the band, they pick up the guy, and they literally carry him off the stage and dump him, and then you walk back to the mic really cool, just to watch him die. You know? And the crowd goes nuts, man. It's really cool. But you've got a show coming up, Cinco de Mayo. For you gringos out there, that's May 5th at Belly Up Tavern. As if there's not a gringo on the planet that hasn't celebrated Cinco de Mayo, whether south of the border or in San Diego or in some cantina somewhere. But, you know, you are going to be packing in the house there at Belly Up Tavern, so we want to make sure everybody gets there. What else can we hear where you guys can collaborate, your partner here?
This is the producer of the show.
Producer? Oh, okay. Well, you have a guitar.
This is Ken Rexroth.
This is his steel.
Oh, that's his guitar. Oh,
guitar.
okay. Sorry to put you on the spot.
Well, Tony and I have known each other for 9 years. We live up in North County, up in Fallbrook, and he has a big following up there. And
a lot of folks from the wineries checked in on the Facebook feed, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And about a year ago, we realized that we needed to do a project together. And I'm a promoter of sorts, producer. And our eventual goal is to take this show to Las Vegas with some really cool spots along the way.
Wow.
And on February 10th at the Belly Up, we sold 575 tickets on a Sunday night.
Nice.
And they were so blown away. They were like, we have to have you come back. What do you guys think about Cinco de Mayo? And we thought for a second, we said, this is like a perfect night to do it.
Perfect fit.
Let's have fun, and the music's fun. So Tony and I, getting back to the collaboration, we said this makes so much sense, and let's take it to the highest level. There's no one really more gifted than Tony to bring it. So it's been great working with him. In our whole band, we have an 8-piece band. We have a pedal steel player.
Wow.
We have a female lead, Holly Palmer.
I saw that. Who does the duets, right? With the Johnny Cash duet.
And Holly Palmer, has toured and recorded with David Bowie, Seal, Michael Bublé.
In her own right, she is.
Oh, she's
crazy, phenomenal.
No pun intended.
And you've put this all together. That's
Tony and I have, and
you guys are quite the
craftsmen. We have a
craftsmen.
horn section, and it's quite a show.
There'll be mariachis on Cinco de Mayo.
Okay, I'm gonna gather a crew, and we're gonna head up north, and we're gonna have to pack this place in.
And one surprise, well, it's not, I guess not a surprise now, is that to honor.
Wait, shut the mics off. All right, go ahead.
To honor Cinco de Mayo, it's gonna be the first time that Guantanamera is done outlaw country style.
Hold on a second. Stop the presses. For those of you that don't know what that song is, I actually lived in Miami for about 4 or 5 years old. That song, man, that is like it's part of life every day down there. Oh, yeah. Wow. So you guys are gonna do that song that originally was written by performed by
Celia Cruz.
Celia Cruz. And wow, I'm saying that Celia Cruz.
Yeah, good.
And so you guys are gonna rock that out country.
Yeah.
That's gonna outlaw.
It's worth just to come to see that song.
Holy smokes, I'm there. I'll be there, and I'm gonna tell everybody we should get a bus together and just head on up there, because this is, I mean, come on, where else are you gonna get mariachis? An 8-piece band?
8-piece,
yeah. And Guantanamera country outlaw style.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get some folks coming up and see this. This is good. You guys are pleasing everybody here. So, well, without further ado, what can we hear?
Johnny Cash?
Well, let's get some Johnny Cash. Just don't shoot me.
Well, you wonder why I always dress in black, why you never see bright colors on my back. Why does my appearance seem to have a somber tone? There's a reason for the things that I have on. I wear the black for the poor and the beaten down, living in the hopeless, hungry side of town. I wear it for the prisoner who is long paid for his crime, was there because he's a victim of the times. I wear the black for those who never read or listen to the words that Jesus said about the road to happiness through love and charity. Why, you think he's talking straight to you and me? Well, we're doing mighty fine, I do suppose, in our streak of lightning cars and fancy clothes. But just so we're reminded of the ones who are held back, up front there ought to be a man in black. I wear it for the sick and lonely, for the reckless ones whose bad trip left them cold. I wear the black in mourning for the lives that could have been. Each week we lose 100 fine young men. And I wear it for the thousands who've died, believing that the Lord was on their side. I wear it for another 100,000 who have died, believing that we all were on their side. Well, there's things that never will be right, I know, and things need changing everywhere you go. But till we start to make a move, to make a few things right, you'll never see me wear a suit of white. I'd love to wear a rainbow every day and tell the world that everything's okay. But I'll try to carry off a little darkness on my back till things are brighter. I'm the man in black.
I'm just glad I didn't get shot and get dragged out of the studio. Another round of applause for Tony Suraci.
Thank you.
What is next? for you, Tony Suraci, after Cinco de Mayo, what happens?
Oh, well, we're next week we're going to Branson, Missouri on a reconnaissance mission to see what kind of business we can muster up there.
Interesting. So you guys are kind of, during the day, producers and musician, and by night, special ops. I'm digging this.
Something like that.
I can see you guys in Branson, Missouri with night vision goggles and a guitar. Yeah, I can see this, you know. We got a potential gig at 12 o'clock.
Everyone owns a club out there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why is that? Is it just tied into the history?
I do not know
or-
why it's how it started.
You know, it's a big country destination, so, you know, Branson got big starting 25, 30 years ago. Andy Williams had a theater, local guy, and Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers.
And, a lot of great shows have been through there, and it could be a good stepping stone. You know, our goal is to eventually take this to Vegas full time. But like I said, there might be some stops along the way, and we have another project we're working on too that's a jukebox musical that will incorporate the outlaw country music, so something along the lines like a Jersey Boys and
Wow.
$1 Million Quartet, and so we're writing the script for that now, so we kind of have a two-headed project that, you know, we're really excited about, and Tony always wants to honor the
So
music.
we've got an opportunity, for those of you listening in now, to give away 2 pairs of tickets. How do we
Some
get
trivia.
people to earn these tickets?
Well, you know, some people have asked us, you know, who would have been the 5th Highwayman?
Ooh.
Oh,
And
wow.
there could be a few, but probably the one guy, and he just played at the Belly Up last Wednesday.
Oh, you
Merle
get-
Haggard.
Oh,
Oh, I
That
gave
would have
away
been the
answer.
question.
Oh, I gotta think of something else now, right?
That would have been a brilliant question.
I have one. I have one. Okay, Willie Nelson has a town of his own in Austin.
Very good.
What's the name of his little town?
Okay,
Should
now
I answer that? No.
Now, for those of you listening in right now, or hey, if you're out of state and you want to fly in, you got it. The tickets are yours.
Just offer him flight tickets.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. Yeah, hey,
On the radio station.
I'll do that. Chris Tork's not listening. Is he? All right. We're throwing in airline tickets too.
No, we're not.
Okay, never mind. All right. He is paying attention. All right. We're missing Waylon Jennings and Chris Christopherson.
Let's do Waylon.
All right, let's do some Waylon Jennings. Tony Suraci, with channeling some Waylon Jennings.
Yeah. The only 2 things in life that make it worth living is guitars are tuned good and firm, feeling women. I don't need my name in the marquee lights, 'cause I got my song and I got you with me tonight. Maybe it's time we got back to the basics of love. Let's go to Lukenbach, Texas, Waylon and Willie and the boys. This successful life we're living's got us feuding like the Hatfields and McCoys. Between Hank Williams paying songs and Newberry's train songs and Blue Eyes crying in the rain. Out in Lukenbach, Texas, there ain't nobody feeling no pain. So baby, let's sell your diamond ring, buy some boots and faded jeans, and go away. This coat and tie is choking me, and in your high society you cry all day. We've been so busy keeping up with the Joneses, 4-car garage and we're still building homes. Maybe it's time we got back to the basics of love. Let's go to Lukenbach, Texas, Waylon and Willie and the boys. This successful life we're living's got us feuding like the Hatfields and McCoys. Between Hank Williams paying songs and Newberry's train songs and Blue Eyes crying in the rain. Out in Lukenbach, Texas, there ain't nobody feeling no pain. Let's go to Lukenbach, Texas, Willie and Waylon and the boys. The successful life we're living's got us feuding like the Hatfields and McCoys. Between the Hank Williams Pay songs, Jerry Jeff's Trey songs, and Blue Eyes crying in the rain. Out in Lukenbach, Texas.